Hi there, Dr. Pearl here. We are in week number 5 on the home stretch. And this week, our matrix are productivity. So when talking about productivity, it goes hand in hand with talking about leadership. So this will come up again in week number 7, and we'll also be talking a little bit about leadership this week. But when we talk about productivity, what we're going to take a look at is individual, team, and organization being measured on value-added activities that support their goals, their vision, their mission, and long-term strategies. So let's get into productivity, take a look at what we are going to review this week. This week's topic is productivity. It's a lot more elusive than motivation, which there's tons of research, the differences between intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. So this week we'll be covering 2 more chapters in Hard Facts. We're going to look at an article about getting value from knowledge management, meaning managing the way that knowledge is brought to bear in our practices for added value through that practice, not just through talk. And in our video, we'll look at how leaders inspire action through focusing on the why. There are so many variables that deal with productivity since 2020 and 21. Things are not as easy as they once were. If we were still making widgets, we'd be using productivity-based concepts, and then it would be very easy to see productivity. I made 20 widgets today, and you made 30. Very easy for us to compare. But we are a knowledge-based economy now, more than we are manufacturing. If you are in an industry where different positions can be evaluated based on true productivity, that's great. For the most part, we have many positions that are not raw material in and product out. So much of what we are doing and what we do is knowledge management, process improvement, and project orientation. Some of the things to consider when you think about productivity are, from an individual production base, what is the result you expect to see from various positions? Where is it that you can focus on how well people are doing on value-added activities? Value added to the organization, added to the team, and added to the end customer. A great activity to get people to think about is when they are most productive and most creative during a workday. It's during those hours they need to focus on their high-value activities. It's the same thing as putting the gym or a workout on your calendar so that you are having that work-life balance and taking care of yourself physically. One of the things that can be production-based, if you have reach goals that will help you improve a person's ability to deliver effective, efficient, high-quality, safe results. Reach goals can also be something you are thinking of in terms of productivity, and so is the ability to figure accountability for each position. For example, how can you measure whether a receptionist is having a productive day? How can you measure whether a nurse is being productive compared to another nurse or a lab tech? Productivity is not going to be as easy to come together because organizations have so many levels. There are the CEO and the C-suite, and then there are the people who are working on the job. It is a little more elusive that way, but some brainstorming with your teammates, you should be able to figure out some ideas for measuring productivity either at an individual or team level or at an organizational process improvement or change management level. Productivity can also be measured with teams, whether they are effective, efficient, and impact to the organization. One of the ways to improve productivity is to diversify the flexibility of talent. If you have 3 people who are individual contributors, but they do not know how to do each other's jobs, maybe cross-training is a way to improve productivity because you are improving flexibility. If someone leaves or someone goes on vacation or something like that, the work is covered. We're also dabbling in week 7 topic leadership here because leadership and productivity are very much interrelated. How about the idea of delegation? You can look at productivity as who at the lowest level is able to do the job, so people at higher levels are able to focus on things that are more strategic and visionary in nature. So pushing things down to who at the lowest level of the organization can manage them and can improve productivity. Here are a few things to think about and look at that way. Think about productivity in terms of processes. How efficient are your systems? Do you have a plan? Is there a checklist in place or a way to measure whether or not you are consistently improving? Do you look at productivity in terms of lean manufacturing? Where are you turning to remove waste? Google lean manufacturing. There are 8 different types of waste that the IOS, the International Organization of Standards, measures for lean manufacturing. And this is not only for manufacturing, for different industries as well. So here's some ideas that you might want to consider for this week in your team project. Again, this goes hand in hand with week 7. There could be some similarities, but we know this week you listened to Simon Sinek, and he talked about if we can get people to understand the why, then the way comes naturally. Think of it this way. Each time your leader is determining what needs to be done, then you are taking away the accountability and the ownership from lower levels. But if a leader can discuss the why and let the individual positions come up with the how and the what, then you are probably adding to the productivity. People are bringing their best game and how they work best to get to the why, and the end result will be what you are looking for. We can also look at it in terms of challenges, the way we think about different process improvements and beliefs, false assumptions, and the facts that are half-truths. Pfeiffer Sutton's Hard Facts, where they talk about change management just because we are saying we need a change and it's a key thing. Are leaders really effective in how they are leading? And when are they talking about strategy versus tactical? Do we have the right strategies that are where we need to go? Or are we doing busy work? Busy work is the opposite of high value work. So there's some things that you can talk about, discuss within your groups as you work on your assignments. And there's also some things that you can consider in relation to leadership as well. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions or challenges. My text 941-962-1211, or of course you can always email me. I do look forward to reading your papers and seeing what you have in your post this week. So have a great week. Keep up all the good work, and I'll see you on the next week.